So this episode's going to be a fucking mess because not only are we eating, we're probably going to keep talking about Clown Warriors. So real quick, what happened? We killed X-Death, and now suddenly we're back at Tycoon Castle, Reyna and Farah's old home, even though we were on a completely different world. So that's weird.
So there's got to be the climax of a season, right? So the kids have been away in Clowntopia training, becoming clown warriors, and then the circus comes back around to Earth, and they're like, "Oh man, we got to save Earth now because now the ringleader just wants humans, regular people, to be in the circus."
That's his because all these other races are basically humanoid. Basically human. He's like, well, these people can just do it. Right? Well, if you're not going to let me take Clowntopia, I'll just take Earth.
And then, the parents of the kids are like, oh my god, what is this? And then the kids swoop in and they're all fully clowned out. And then they're like, Billy, is that you? And he's like all looking all heroic but clown-like at the same time. Yeah. So it's really cool but really ridiculous. And he's like, oh, my son and daughter are back. Like, I don't know, that would be a real touching scene.
You had the moment at the end of the season where they're reunited with their family and they're back on Earth. But
you're a clown now. And the dad's like, this isn't what I hoped out of you, but it's nice to see you're doing something. Literally ran off to join the circus. Yeah. Oh my god, this bowl of food.
Ferris is in a dress.
I hate it.
She does.
Well, Butts doesn't.
Look how many hearts he has for her.
Butts, you're blushing. I am not. Fucking Clown Warriors. I
kind of resent how much I love this idea.
I really want to dig in and start coming up with a story arc, and world building, and how everything. Do research on clowns and find out how all of the trappings of a circus fit into this world.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I think let's start calling him the rogue clown, the Raphael one. Because Raphael, there are moments where he might literally just go rogue. You never know. I think he kind of resents the one kid because Giuseppe's wig chose him.
Yeah.
Because, obviously...
He wanted to be the clown?
He wanted to be the clown that... he wanted to be the next Giuseppe. But he tried putting on the wig, and it never did. I think when they come to the Hall of the Fallen for the first time, he's leaving. And he does that every day. He goes on there, he tries the wig. He's like, maybe today... For him, it's almost like Mjolnir.
Okay,
for Thor. Where Thor's like, I have to be worthy to even lift it. He's convinced that if he can just... train hard enough or become a good enough clown, somehow the first wig will choose him.
And then it just immediately chooses this kid.
Yeah, immediately. Who doesn't even... He literally put on his clown shoes 2 days ago.
And so there's always this contempt and even and that's where the weakness in the group is, right? So if the ringleader comes up to the rogue one...
Which he will at some point.
And is like, we don't even like that fucking kid. And then the ringleader, needs this kid because this is the great clown. This is the coming of the great clown Giuseppe.
Yeah.
If he can get Giuseppe in his circus, he will have the best circus in the fucking universes. And so he's like, come on, rogue clown. You don't even like that fucking kid. I can make you a general, or I can make you the fucking best clown in the world. Just hand over the kid.
And here's the thing: he captures the rogue clown, right? He has this whole conversation with him, and the rogue clown declines. There's obviously a temptation in there, though. So the ringleader just lets him go.
Yeah.
Because now he knows there's a functioning flaw deep within the Clown Warriors. It's not just some rogue clown within the walls who no one knows about. It's one of the four. One of the four main clowns in Clowntopia has doubt in his mind. And one of his underlings asks him about it.
You just let him go? You just let him walk away?
Yeah. And then the ringleader is sitting down, and he gestures that there's something going on, which is basically a visual metaphor for it. I think maybe there's a pane, some pane glass or something made up of a bunch of pieces next to him, right? And he's like, if you...
House of Cards.
Yeah, literally a house of cards. And, like, maybe he takes one off the top and, like, nothing happens. But then he, like, takes one off the bottom and the whole thing falls. Mm-hmm. And he's like, you see, those were the foundational cards. You take care of those. Like, we'll think of something better. But basically, something like that.
There's got to be, like, stuff in there that makes reference to, like, carnival games, like ring toss and the ducks in the pond that you know, and
I think these are the actual...
oh my god! Someone can throw, like darts, like throwing darts at balloons and stuff.
Oh, yeah. I think maybe some of those are, like, the national pastimes of Clowntopia. Mm-hmm. Like, there's a whole stupid episode where they're just trying to break into professional ring toss.
Oh, man. It would be great if this show existed and it had, like, impeccable writing. Mm-hmm. And people are like, I can't believe I'm watching this. I
can't believe I'm watching Clown. It's the stupidest thing ever.
But the character development is really good.
Yeah. Like, I'm picturing the moment where the rogue clown, like, gave in to the temptation and now regrets it and is just on his knees, his hands and knees, just beating his fist bloody into the ground. And it's super serious and, you know, full of emotion and almost a gut punch to the audience, but he's still a clown.
Yeah.
He's still a clown.
His hands are starting to get red and pulpy because he's just punching, but then you realize there's just 2 Marionberry pies on the ground. He licks his hand and then walks off.
I was gonna say, every time he does it, there's like a honk noise. So when he hits his hand against the ground, it's like, honk! Honk!
That's even better.
Yeah. Honk!
I imagine that
as blood is starting to spread out.
I imagine that every clown that gives in to the ringleader, their makeup is permanently changed to just white with like a black teardrop, and that's how you can recognize. I was
gonna say there's always just a black star or a black teardrop somewhere on their makeup.
And after the rogue clown, you know, goes under the control of the ringleader, then comes back, he keeps the teardrop as a reminder. And we're all like, ooh, we kept the teardrop, it's so cool. Yeah.
And then there's a clown whose teardrop is like on the makeup behind their ear. And so no one notices it until they start a romantic relationship with one of the main 4, who again we haven't really gendered so much. I think I probably use him, but just by accident, like they can be male, female, I don't care. One of them starts a romantic relationship with this particular clown, and as they're joking around or kissing or something, you know, but whatever you can do on a fucking PG-rated show, like they happen to look behind the ear and they see the star, and there's, oh god, like their eyes go big, but it's accompanied by a stupid clown noise.
It's like on it's a slide whistle or something, but it's like on Full Metal Alchemist when oh my god, when like I can't even remember who's all in it, but it's like when they figure out who killed Maze, Maze Hughes, like when they find out that that's a homunculi that killed him, like that kind of level of like, oh my god,
that revelation.
But it's clowns, and there's like a air getting let out of a balloon noise or something.
That's what it is. It's air getting let out of a balloon, and then it's used as kind of like a you know, kid-friendly dick joke.
Yeah,
because you just see a limp balloon kind of hanging down around the guy's knee. One of them just has a limp balloon, and you're like, oh.
I like to imagine that towards the very end of the story, in order for things to work out, the clowns have to build an alliance with the mimes.
Oh my god. So Clowntopia has had traveling nomadic mimes who they've never been able to work together because they can't communicate, obviously.
Yeah.
But the circus doesn't want them, so the mimes have always been fun.
Because they're fucking mimes.
Because they're just mimes, yeah.
And who wants that?
Yeah. But and so most of the mimes are fine just wandering, you know, the rest of Clowntopia. Like they're the one group who can go freely between Clowntopia and the rest of the planet, which has been taken over by the ringleader. But there are some mimes who I think maybe the clowns are suspicious of. Maybe some clowns are suspicious of the mimes.
Because they just don't understand them.
No one understands them, so some of them can't help be suspicious, but then some clowns are like, I'm convinced that those mimes they're gonna be the ones. they're gonna find our weakness and turn us into the ringleader, because then they'll have Clowntopia all themselves. As soon as Clowntopia falls, the city, like, the ringleader's gonna go. He's only there because he wants to get the last of the clowns and get the first wig.
Okay, now imagine this, like, where... So there's a time when, like, all the clown warriors are captured and it's just the kid, or the kids, whoever, however that works out. And the kid finds themselves what they think they're being captured by all the mimes, but then the mimes, like, capture them, like, and kind of communicate with them through pantomime.
Yeah.
But then give this, like, rich backstory of what's been going on, and then teach the kids mime moves. Like,
oh my god!
Now you have box force field. Now you have invisible rope.
So then the kids are the bridge between the mimes and the rest of the clowns, and then they can form that alliance.
And then, like, you have mimes infiltrating the ringleader's circus because they almost look like the clowns that the ringleader has. They just have to paint a teardrop on their face or something.
Oh my god, but then there's a moment where they're, like, trying to talk to one of the mime spies. They're like, hey, are you ready to go on? Or just stone-faced mime.
And sweating, and then, like...
Starting to raise his hand in, like, the box motion, which will give him away immediately. His hands are shaking, right?
Yeah.
They're just shaking. He's trying to fight it, but he's a mime. It's instinctual. He's about to do it, and then maybe one of the kids is with him, and it just pops up, and it bails him out at the last moment.
Or it's like a game of chicken, right? Like all of the ringleaders' clowns, they're like really suspicious of this one clown they think is a mime, and they're raising their seltzer bottles and pies.
Yeah.
And then the mime's slowly raising their hand, and they're like, fire, and then the mime, like, throws up his hand and makes invisible box, and all the pies and stuff, you see them taking the form of a cube around the mime as the mime's, like, shielding the kid.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, mimes are so powerful! Like,
because you don't realize up to that point that mimes have actual power. Because then when they, oh my god, they can do, like, the invisible lasso bit.
Yeah.
Like the bad guy's running away with something. Maybe they manage to yank the first wig off, or they get the kid because it won't come off. And they get him with the invisible lasso, and suddenly his arms are pinned. And he's like, what is that? Whoa!
Yeah. Imagine
just
how
yank back.
Visually interesting it would be if you saw,
that's what has me so excited right now, because I love that. I love when you... I love when there's a visual indicator of an invisible surface. It's like that moment in Independence Day when the missiles and the ships just start hitting the force field and you can see the outline of it.
Yeah.
That image of the seltzer water and the pies and all that just smashing against the surface. Or the invisible rope, like, digging into the skin just a little bit. Not painfully because it's a kid's show, but enough that you can see that, oh no, there's a rope around him. Or they throw one up in the air and just climb. Yeah. Just start climbing.
Clown Warriors is the coolest show that doesn't exist yet.
Why is Clown Warriors so sweet? Why is Clown Warriors so cool?
And, like, all the mimes have ability. They, like, can somehow self-sustain. Like, they just act like they're drinking water. And the kids are, like, dying of thirst as they're making it through the clown desert.
Yeah.
And they're like, it's kind of like Hook, where, you know,
I was gonna say it's like Hook.
You have to believe in order for it to work, and the mimes are trying to give them this water, and then, you know, if it is two kids, maybe it is like a Dipper and Mabel situation where one is more free to give into it, and the other one's a little bit more reluctant.
I think the one with the wig is a little more reluctant.
That would make sense.
I think he's the reluctant one for a specific reason I'll get into once I actually think about it, but like the more free-spirited one is a little too... I think the wig comes with responsibility. Yeah. Right? And the wig senses in the kid the potential to be a great clown, but also the potential of the leader. And the other kid, like, they have the potential to be a great clown, potential to be a very good leader, but not enough to lead all of Clowntopia.
The power would be too much. But then that's the balance, right? Is that one kid has a maximum power that's crazy, but the minimum power is very low. Yeah. And then the other kid has a much more balanced minimum maximum power because they believe more into the clown shit. And so one's typically better all the time, whereas one is, like, really fucking good sometimes. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Oh my god, Clown Warriors.
And then there's gotta be, like, a mysterious clown that's, like, not really part of the Clown Warriors, but everyone thinks is good and just kind of has like maybe a more tuxedo-looking clown attire, and just shows up sometimes.
Formal
and, like,
clown attire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like shows up like and like the cape is all blown in the wind and it's just like this really dashing looking clown.
By the way, you all can follow Final Fantasy V if you want. We're talking about Clown Warriors this week.
And they're like, it's that one clown, and all the lady clowns swoon.
It's basically Tuxedo Mask, but a clown.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Tuxedo. Oh my God. What if there's like a B story that's just not even a B story, it's just happening on the fringe of basically like magical girls, but they're clowns.
Yeah.
But they're clowns to begin with. So they become even more clowns when they transform. And it's just this story that's happening on the side.
Yeah.
We never even really meet them. We just know there's this group of magical clown girls.
And then that opens up like the story to be like, hey, there's a spin-off. It's just all these clown girls that do their own thing and solve like their own problems and on a much on a different level than the Clown Warriors are.
Because we could do that all. Gil is kicking excess ass. That's good.
Yeah, turtle power.
Yeah, which is perfect actually. A turtle.
Whoa!
I know. Yeah, we should probably pay attention for a moment.
What is this shit?
Turns out Gil is really powerful.
This is like some Dragon Ball Z shit going on. This fucking turtle power going down.
Well, it is the Turtle Hermit. That's weird. I just realized that.
It
is Kame.
That was a cool way for them to display that fight instead of going into a battle scene where they're just like slashing at each other a couple times.
Because that'd be... Actually, I'd love to see that, but I'd rather see that, where they're just flying around.
I want to know how big the turtle is compared to X-Death.
I have the feeling the turtle is supposed to be huge.
It'd be funny if it was regular turtle size.
But in this game, they couldn't really do big sprites for anything. They couldn't do that yet, it seemed. If you remember in one of the earlier episodes, I fought a T-Rex skeleton. I love when he's on his back. You remember one of the earlier episodes, I fought a T-Rex skeleton, and its overworld sprite was just a human skeleton.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like, they just couldn't do big sprites. So I have the feeling Gil, because he's a 700-year-old turtle, is probably supposed to be gigantic. Like, you could probably ride on him as his size, but they just couldn't do that yet.
What if Gil was actually, in-battle sprite was just a more man-looking turtle that was really handsome?
Yeah. I could get behind that.
God, I want to think of some more Clown Warrior shit.
Fuck Clown Warriors. I'm trying to think of what's great about it. Another thing I love so much about this is because they are clowns, we have our excuse to have the fuck off episodes.
Yeah.
Right? Like, Steven Universe has those episodes where, like, nothing of importance happens, but you had a fun time.
Yeah.
So that's fine. Like, these are clowns. They can... If we didn't have the occasional episode where the goofy clown just like gets up to shenanigans, we would be hung.
Yeah.
People would hang us from a tree.
Yeah.
It's like how I watched 24 episodes of Clown Warriors and you didn't have one episode where they were just clowning around. And at the very end of that episode, they look up at the main leader and he's like, because he hasn't said it yet. It's that moment in the first season of South Park where Kenny hasn't died, and it shows Kenny, and then the credits pop up, and he goes, woohoo. It's like, you know it's going to happen. It's implied that people in the world know what's supposed to happen.
It's when you get really confident in your storytelling and everything that you know that you've conditioned the audience to expect a thing. And that if you fail, the joke fails, and you look like what? Like what's going on? But if you succeed, you're like, I got you, audience. I got you.
I got you good.
I got you right where I fucking want you. The episode's called Clownin' Around.
Yeah.
Clownin' apostrophe round.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. It's all one word. Clownin' around.
Yeah.
Oh my god, Clown Warriors.
Did they just fuse two books together to make a better book?
When we came to the Library of the Ancients, very early on, I mentioned that there was a book which was only half of a book. And like, we searched the whole world. We don't know where the other half of this book is. And then when you go to the second world, they say, we have half of this book, but in all of our libraries, we don't have the other half. And now that the two worlds have fused together, they're able to fuse the books back together. And the book explains that the 12 weapons that we took a look at in that one castle, those are sealed away with 4 lithographs, which were hidden around the world after a war with an evil power which preceded X-Death called the Void. Like, it was just the Void that 12 ancient heroes had to go fight, and they did it with these ancient weapons, and Bahamut, and Medio.
Bahamut just gets in,
and Holy.
Always getting in the mix.
He's always getting in the mix, yeah. But it explains that they did all of that, and now that we know that, our new quest is to go find these 4 lithographs and unseal the weapons and get these powerful spells that the ancients had.
Turtle.
And X-Death is currently trying to gain the power of the Void, which is where he just sent like half the cities in the world to.
Oh.
Yeah. We were too busy talking about clown warriors.
Yeah.
I don't regret it for a moment.
No.
Fucking clown warriors! Oh my god!
Just the name, too.
Just the name, Clown Warriors.
It has a good ring to it.